Lesson 12C, we're continuing on with the triangle inequality that we started yesterday. You are going to do the same thing as you did yesterday. Construct triangles from 3 given sides using those paper straws that I gave you. And we're going to discuss the conditions that must occur to create triangles. So it's the second part of yesterday's lesson. Okay? So we're going to start with just talking about what we did yesterday. I had you use the straws to create these triangles. This first one you told me it was, yes, it makes a triangle, and you made an isosceles triangle because 2 of them were the same lengths. The second one you made was 4, 4, 4. That is an equilateral triangle. But the third one didn't make a triangle. Who can remember why? Yes?
Because the 2 sides have to add up to be more than the base.
Good. The 2 short ones, 2 plus 3 is 5. It has to be more than 6, but this one is not more than 6. So because of the triangle inequality, it did not make a triangle. And just to refresh your memory, the triangle inequality is the sum of 2 smaller sides adding up, and it has to be bigger than that third largest side. This is what we learned yesterday, and I gave you these examples. And just remember, even if it's equal, that still is not good enough to make a triangle, because remember, if they're equal, those 2 lengths would just fall flat, right? Now today, the first thing on your notes, you're going to turn to the back, and we're starting with the activity. So go ahead and finish that with your partner. But today, the conjecture you're drawing is about the difference of the large minus the medium, and that being compared to the small side of the triangle. So go ahead and figure out what has to happen there. All right? What you just discovered was the converse of the triangle inequality. And converse basically means like the flip or the other side of it. So the difference of the 2 longer sides of the triangle has to be less than the smallest side. For example, if I gave you a triangle that was 3 inches, 5 inches, and 6 inches as their side lengths, the 2 long side would be 6 and 5. 6 minus 5 is 1. Is 1 smaller than 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one makes a triangle. 7, 8, 11. The 2 long sides would be 11 and 8. 11 minus 8 is 3. Is 3 smaller than 7? Yeah, so this makes a triangle. Some examples of things that would not make triangles. 3, 2, and 6. 6 minus 3 is 3. Is 3 smaller than 2?
No.
Nope, it's not, so this one would not make a triangle. 7, 8, and 16. 16 minus 8, that would make 8. Is 8 smaller than 7?
No.
Nope, so that one doesn't make a triangle. And again, with the same example as yesterday, the 1, 1, and 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. Is 1 smaller than 1? No, it's equal to 1, but equal is not good enough. It has to be smaller than 1, because just like we saw yesterday, if it was equal, those 2 legs would fall flat and just make a straight line. It has to be long enough to hit at the top, and the third length has to be short enough for it to be close together to hit at the top. Does that make sense? The bottom of your notes there, we are going to determine what we know about the third side of a triangle if I give you 2 of the sides. So if I give you 10 meters and 8 meters, what do we know about the third side of the triangle? We actually know 2 pieces of information from yesterday and from today. Tony? We know it has to be less than 2. What else do we know? Ten minus 8 is less than 2. Are you sure it has to be less than 2? 10 minus 8 has to be the smaller one. So we want it to be more than 2, actually. More than 2. And then yesterday, we learned to add them, right? If these were the 2 long ones, and the third one is the shorter one, we would subtract them and we get 2, right? So we want it to be greater than 2. If this was yesterday's lesson and these were the 2 short legs, we would add them. That would give us 18. And it has to be less than 18. So that third leg, the third side of the triangle, it could be 3, it could be 4, it could be 5, it could be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way to 17. All of those would be able to make a triangle. But if it were 2, it would not make a triangle. If it were 18, it would not make a triangle. So the answer to this question is that the side length could be between 2 and 18. Now, the way I want you to write your answer is like this. The math way to write that would be 2 is less than x is less than 18. X being that third side. X is less than 18 but greater than 2. So on your homework, I would like you to write your answer like this. It means that it's between 2 and 18, but you would write it as an inequality. Okay? Yes? All right, let's do number 2 together. If the two sides given are 6 and 9, let's say those are the two longer legs. Then we would have to subtract it, right? What is 9 minus 6? 3. So the third side has to be bigger than 3. If those are the two short sides, we would have to add them. What is 6 plus 9? What is it? 15. So we know it has to be less than 15. So your answer would be between 3 and 15. But the way I want you to write your answer is that x is less than 15 but greater than 3. Write it as an inequality with x in the middle. I'll do one more with you. If the two sides given are 14 and 20 inches, let's say that those are the two long sides. That means the third side has to be bigger than what?
6.
Bigger than 6. If those are the two short sides, then it has to be less than 34. So your answer would be between 6 and 34. So I want you to write it as x is less than 34 but greater than 6. So 6 is less than x is less than 34. Go ahead and do 4, 5, and 6 on your own, and then we'll share our answers after a few seconds. Okay, number 4, you have 7 is less than x and is less than 19. It's actually 5. 12 minus 7 is 5. Number 5, who would like to share? Tony?
4 is less than x, but x is less than 22.
Very nice. And number 6, Emilio?
8 is less than x, and x is less than 14.
Very nice. Any questions about how to do this? Combined yesterday's inequality with today's inequality? All good? All right. Number 1s, would you please share to your partner what you learned today? Ready? Share.